Okay, let's do this. Hi guys, Jennifer Sharp here from Sharp Coaching. I'm going to lead you through my daily core routine. I hope you enjoy this, and any feedback you have, please leave it in the comments below. Our core is so important, especially as cyclists and as people, and we use it a lot to move our bodies. So I'm going to run you through what I do daily on a daily routine, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's go ahead and come down onto our backs. And from here, from your back, I really want you to think about engaging your lower core muscles, the ones that are kind of right around where your seatbelt would go. Those are called your transverse abs. Great. We're going to do what's called heel slides. So from here, gently roll out your right foot and back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And switching sides, making sure to relax your shoulders down as you're doing this. We're doing a total of 5 on each side, so that's 3, 2, 1. Good. Great. So you should feel like you're engaging right around the lower part of your abs. Awesome. So go ahead and flip on over onto your tabletop position. And from here, draw your right foot back behind you, hover it off the ground about 6 inches, and extend your left arm. Good. Bring that back down, and hover the right arm, left leg. We're going to do a total of 10 of these. So 3, switching sides, 4, switching sides, 5. Good. One thing to remember is that you don't want your hips to tilt. So imagine that you have a teacup placed in the center of your back, and we're really trying to keep things steady, which really utilizes the core. 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Coming back down onto our backs, we're going to go through a stomach series. So from here, go ahead and hover your feet off the ground. Put your feet together in a V shape. So heels together, toes apart. Bring your upper body off the ground. And you can either have your hands just kind of floating in the air or rest them back behind your head, but not putting any pressure onto your neck. And we're gently bringing our feet out and in for a total of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now wrap your feet as if they were perched on a branch. Birds on a perch for 5, 4. Again, upper body off the ground. 3, 2, 1. And then bring your feet, curl your toes back towards your face for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now point your feet out, point and flex your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Relax down onto your back. And from here, we're going to lift our legs off the ground and then lift our upper body, and we're going to pump our arms. And our arms are going to, as we inhale, pump for 5, and exhale, pump for 5. So we're going to do a total of 10 breaths, which equals 100. If you can't get to that today, just do as many as you can. All right. So have inhale for 5, exhale for 5. Good. That's 1. Inhale. 2. Inhale. 3. Inhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Inhale. Starting to feel the burn. Exhale. 6. Inhale. 7. Exhale. Inhale. 8. Exhale. 8. Inhale. 9. Exhale. 9. Inhale. 10. Exhale. 10. Good. And release down to the ground. Whew, should feel those in your psoas. Good. Now grab back behind your right leg. Point and flex your foot towards the ceiling for 5, 4. We're doing what's called flossing of our hamstring. 3, 2, 1, and switch sides. Just kind of waking up the muscles, making sure they're engaged properly. Notice one side might be different than the other, and just observe. Good. 5. Staying on your back, go ahead and raise your right leg towards the ceiling, and we're going to do circles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And opposite direction. So for this one, really making sure you're engaging your abs and your core, and you're not getting a lot of hip rocking motion. Good. Switching legs to the left side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Opposite direction. Now, I always try and aim for 5, but if you can only make 3 the first time, that's totally fine. If you make more than that, even better. Great. Okay, so from here, we're going to go ahead and bring our shins in toward our belly, or our knees in towards our belly, and we're going to do your rocking motion. Now, with the rocking motion, you don't want to come all the way up. You want it to be a controlled rock. Right, so see how I'm stopping just before I come up? Still using the core. 3, 2, good. 1, awesome. Now from here, release your left leg long, right leg hugs in towards your chest, and I'm still hovering my left leg off the ground, and my upper body is peeled off the ground. So I'm switching. 1, 2, 3, we're going to do a total of 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. From here, bring your shins parallel to the ground, and extend your legs and your arms overhead for 5, 4, upper body still peeled off the ground, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hands back behind the head, feet towards the ceiling. They're going to raise and lower for 5, 4. Ooh, this one's good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to do the scissor kicks. So grab your right leg, left leg long, and switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then last we're doing bicycle kicks. Back and forth. 3, 4, 5. Good. Stretch yourself long. Ooh, giving your psoas a nice little break. Mine always feels like it's on fire after that series. Awesome. Now we're going to do a nice steady roll up. So from here, you can have your feet about hip width apart. I like to get them a little wider than all the way together. Because I've got this bench in the way, I'm going to bring my arms overhead, slowly roll myself up, and that's 1. This is one with control. So the slower you go, the better. And you might notice somewhere in your spine you have a little catch. You can kind of see mine. 2 is right there. 3. So we're working to round that out. 4. Good. Reaching towards the toes. Coming back down with control. And last one. Great. And rolling back down. Good. Staying on your back. Lift both feet towards the ceiling. Hands out by your sides. Palms facing down on the ground. And we're going to draw some big circles with both legs. One in one direction, one in the other for 1. To the right, to the left for 2. Try to relax your shoulders. Let your legs do the work. 3, And one more to each side. The bigger the circles you can draw, that's the goal eventually with those. Good. Now, this next one, you can use, if you need it, you can use any kind of assist for underneath your hips, and I'll show you why. So we're actually going to do the plow, which brings your feet up and over your head. And this one's kind of tricky, and make sure if you have any neck issues, don't do this. But bring your feet overhead, and then with control, using my core, I bring them back. And that's one. Right? So you continue with those for a total of 5. If you have a foam roller, not that it needs to be this long, but if you would like a little assistance underneath you, you can slide something directly under your sacrum. Bring your feet overhead. And use that to help you. Again, make sure this is with control and you're not just using momentum to get your feet up and over. This is all about your core. Good. Awesome. Good. And once you've done 5 of those, release your feet down to the ground. If you're using a prop, slide that out from underneath you. And we're going to come over onto our stomachs. Awesome. So from your stomach, go ahead and stack your left hand on top of your right, your left arm on top of your right. Rest your forehead down onto your wrist. Make sure your pubic bone is digging down into your mat or into the floor. And inhale, raise yourself up and look over your shoulder. Good. Up and over. We're doing a total of 5. That's 2. Up and over for 3. Up and over for 4. Up and then look over for 5. Good. Switching arms, putting right hand stacked on top of left. Forehead rests on that wrist. Again, making sure your pubic bone is digging down into the floor. And on an inhale, raise it up and then look over your shoulder for 1. Up and then twist for 2. Up, twist for 3. Up, twist for 4. Last one. Up, twist for 5. Good. Bring your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Hands are down towards the mat. And then we're going to kick our heels towards our butt, trying not to let our pelvis tilt one way or the other. 2, 3, 4. Engagement in the hamstrings. 5. Good. Now you can bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Zip up your legs in the midline, and we're doing a cobra action, and maybe rolling up it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Press up into tabletop, toes together, knees apart, and coming back into child's pose. Just giving our back a break after those nice back bends. Fabulous. Take a breath here. Relax fully. And then come on to your right side. From your right side, use your hand underneath your head to prop yourself up. And we're going to keep our legs, our hips stacked directly over one another. I'm going to bring my feet, both legs, in front of me about 6 inches or so, hovering that left leg off the ground and swinging it back and forth. I'm also using my foot, my hand to use as a kickstand. Good. 3, 2, 1. We're really engaging our obliques here. Good. Stack your feet together and raise and lower that top foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Feet still together, stacked in line with your body. Raise both legs off the ground and pump that bottom one to meet the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And top to meet bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Done on the right side. Let's switch to the left. Using my hand as support for my head. I'm bringing my feet about 6 inches in front, or my legs are 6 inches in front. Hover that right leg off the left and swing it back and forth for 5, 4, again, engaging the obliques, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Bringing that right foot to meet the left, raising over that leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Bringing my legs in line with my body, hover both legs off the ground, and pump the bottom one to meet the right top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and top to meet the bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, you can release back down to the ground from here, and I'm just going to switch positions so you can see me. Coming on to your back, put your hips down, your feet down into the ground, about hip width apart, and raise your hips toward the ceiling into a bridge. Good. And from here, hover your left leg off the ground and pump it up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Keep the hips high and bring the right leg high for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Gently release your hips back down to the ground. And our last movement we're going to do is a dolphin pose. Unless you want to do your handstand, you're welcome to do a handstand. But the dolphin is a great way to build up towards that strength. So we're going to bring our hands together and interlace our fingers, releasing our pinkies from the grasp, so that way you have a nice solid base to push from. Elbows are stacked over shoulders are stacked over elbows. And then bring my head, cradle down into my hands. And then I'm going to bring my hips up toward the ceiling and lock my feet in. Good. Take a series of 5 breaths here. And if you are into handstands, you can raise both legs up towards the ceiling. Good. Or stay here in dolphin. Release your knees down to the ground. Release your head. Shake it back and forth. And awesome. You survived the daily core workout. Thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Bye.